So we're going to roll down and make our way down on our back, and let's bring our knees to our chest and start by just doing a little stretch here. So bring the knees in and then make a few circles and breathe deeply. So, and go the other way as well. Let's start to wake the hips up. So we're going to put our feet down on the mat and bring our arms nice and wide out in a T, and feel the stretch across the chest as you roll your shoulders down. And then we're going to lengthen the toes. So we're looking up to the ceiling. Let's see if we can lift each toe individually. I know it's kind of a ridiculous thing to ask, but we're going to try. So just try stretching the toes. And then after that, let's bring our knees over to the right. Just easy does it in our first twist. And let's take a few breaths. Feel the spine lengthening. And then we're going to roll the knees over to the other side and do the same thing and lengthen out of the hips. And a couple more breaths. And then we're going to bring the legs back to the center, and we're going to bring the right knee up and then put the foot down and then the left. And do that again to each knee. So bring the leg up and then foot down, and last time. And the next time, let's bring the arms. So we're going to clap underneath the thigh and then arms back up. And then do that on the other side. So we're going to wake the shoulders up at the same time. And keep going. And one more time to each leg. And let's put the feet back down, arms down, and roll the hips up. And first of all, just see how you're doing. So you can walk the shoulder blades together and take a few breaths. And we're going to lengthen the fingers at the same time. And then roll back down slowly on your back. And let's bring our hands behind our head and take the right knee to the left elbow and then switch. So systematically kind of opening up the back and the hips. And keep going. Let's do one more to each leg. And we're going to put our feet down, bring the arms down. Let's roll the hips up again and breathe. So maybe your hips are a little higher. Let's take 3 more breaths. And if you can reach your ball, we're going to slide it underneath our back. So we feel this pressure down in our sacrum, and we're going to do a few circles with the hips with our back down on the ball. Just slowly, like you've got a hula hoop on. And you're pressing the feet down. And then go in the opposite direction as you breathe. One more time around. And then back to the center. We're going to lift the knees up toward the chest, straighten them up, and just do a few bends and straightens. with the legs. And you can point and flex the feet at the same time. And one more. And let's do some big backwards bicycles. And extend that leg each time. And one more time. And let's go in the opposite direction. And then last time, big circle. And let's bring the legs up and then point and flex. And we're pressing the hips into the ball. Circling the feet now. And then circling in the opposite direction. And we're going to take our knees toward the chest and hug the knees in behind the thighs. So a little deeper stretch and rock a little side to side, or see if you can make some circles. And then circle in the opposite direction. So we're getting deeper into the back and into the hip. And then we're going to bring the arms down and take the legs straight up. And let's point the toes. So we're going to open the legs out and in as we point the toes. And we're going to take the legs down and up as we lengthen through the whole leg. Let's do that one more time. And then just release the legs, kind of feel, take a few breaths, feel the circulation all the way from your feet down through your legs. And let's gently open the legs out with our flexed feet and slowly closed. And let's do 3 more. And then we're going to bring the legs together, bend the legs, and take one leg out and in, and then the other. And see if you can keep your facial muscles and your jaw soft. And keep breathing. And then we're going to bring the knees back in and tap the feet down or hover the feet and bring them back up halfway. So we're going to squeeze the legs together. So now we're going for those lower abs. And then one more time. Now let's kind of put everything together. So we're going to lift the chest up, take the feet down, arms over the head. So we're rolling up and down on our shoulder blades and balancing on the ball. And then let's start to reach the legs straight up as we lift our chest up and bend and do a few more. And then one more time. And let's come into happy baby. So we're gonna hold the ankles or the feet and relax the back. And take a few breaths. And 3 more breaths. Let's try our half happy baby. Left foot down, hold the right leg or right foot. And as you press the left foot down, you could feel that whole left hip flexor, having a good stretch. And if you want to walk the foot out a little bit, see if it's comfortable. Couple more breaths. And then let's switch sides, switch legs, and right foot down. And a couple more deep breaths. Really good. And then let's take our legs, our feet together, Baddha Konasana. And we're rolling the back down on the ball. And shoulders are rolling away from our ears. And one more breath. And let's put our feet back down on the mat. So let's roll up off of the ball, stretching the spine. And big breaths in the belly. And one more breath. We're going to move the ball out of the way for a second, and let's cross the right foot over the left thigh and roll the legs over to the left so that the right foot comes down, and we're going to reach the right arm out and find that deeper stretch. And 2 more breaths. And let's bring the leg back up and uncross. And we're going to switch sides, left foot over there, the right thigh, and roll the legs to the right. We're going to turn the head, reaching the left arm out, and breathe. And a couple more slow breaths. And then we're going to come back to the center and uncross. And let's lift or roll the hips up again. We're going to walk the shoulder blades closer together. See if we can clasp our hands underneath us to lift a little higher. And breathe. And then we're going to roll the hips down. Let's do another hip stretch. So we're going to cross the right foot over the left thigh. Let's see if we can lift it up. Hold underneath the left thigh for a deeper stretch. And you can rock side to side or just hold and breathe. And let's release that side and uncross and try the other one. So left foot over the right thigh, again, lifting the legs up, holding it behind the right thigh, rolling the shoulders down. And 2 more breaths. And let's put the foot down. Now we're gonna roll the hips up one more time. Take a few breaths. Hopefully that's really helping the low back and the hips. And now we're gonna roll down and let's roll over to the side and come on up. And we're gonna crisscross our legs and just kind of lean forward a little bit. So we're stretching the hips. Now we're gonna walk our arms to the right. And then over to the left. And then let's come to the center and come on up. We're going to twist to the right and roll the shoulders down. Take a deep breath. And let's try it on the other side, twisting to the left, rolling the shoulders down. And then back to the center. So we're uncrossing and crossing the other leg. So the other way, the other leg's in front. We're gonna forward fold. So we're getting both hips, lengthening and breathing. And then walk the arms to the right. And then over to the left. Let's come to the center and come on up. Twist to the right, roll the shoulders down. And then twist to the left. And back to the center. So we're going to take our legs, so knees are going to face the right. You've got one ankle over the, well, however it's comfortable here. We're going to do a little twist to the right. Just kind of lengthen out of your waist and look down and breathe. And you can take this even deeper. You can walk your arms away from you a little bit more and control the stretch. And one more breath. And come back to the center. And let's flip the knees over to the other side. We're trying to get into the back and the hips gently, but also systematically. So we're twisting now to the side here and doing the same thing. One side might be a little bit more open than the other, so just take it easy. Take your time. Let your body gently open. And even letting the head release is going to open up that upper back. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then we're going to come back to the center and we're going to sit on our ball. So we're going to put our feet down on the floor and hold the ankles or the feet and try a few cat-cows just like this on the ball. And find where any tightness is in your spine. Maybe your legs are closer, maybe they're farther apart. And use the breath as you inhale and come up and exhale, forward fold. And then just hold the forward fold for 3 breaths. Release the head. And then let's come back to the center and we're going to crisscross the legs again or put one heel in front of the other, just depending on the hips. And let's take our right hand down and left arm over and feel the lengthening in the side. And then we're going to go to the other side. Left hand down, right arm over. And then we're going to come to the center and let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down a couple of times. Just kind of feel what's going on. If you close your eyes, you could feel the shoulder blades moving, and then roll the shoulders in the opposite direction. Easy does it. Relax the jaw. Now let's open our eyes. We're going to reach up, inhaling up. Touch the hands over the head. Exhale, coming down, and the head comes down. And let's try that one more time, reaching up. And then exhaling, just like the rising sun here. So now we're going to clasp our hands behind us and roll the shoulders down. Let's see if we can turn just the head slowly to the right, keeping the shoulder blades down. And then slowly the head turns to the left. And back to the center. And now we're going to just put our palms facing up on our lap. So you feel this rotation in the shoulders. And we're going to take our elbows into our sides. So it's kind of like we have that stretchy band without having the stretchy band. And the palms are facing each other. And then the arms, the lower arms are coming out and in. And just feel that as you hug the elbows into the sides. And keeping the spine nice and tall. And let's do 3 more. And then we're going to release and twist to the right again, rolling the shoulders down. And then twisting to the left. And let's come forward again. Forward fold, hinging from the hips. Take a couple more breaths. Really good. We're coming back up. And let's come off of our ball. And we're going to put our legs down in Dandasana on the mat. So we're going to feel the back of our legs as we lengthen. So first of all, while we're doing this, we're going to flex our feet, feeling the back of the legs pressing down, and then point the toes. Just kind of feel that. We do this all the time on the ball. Try that another couple of times. So we're activating the legs. Now we're going to take our feet out, just kind of feel that, and then toes in, different rotation, and then release. Let's bend the right leg in and hug it in, and twist to the right. Take a couple more breaths. And then we're coming back to the center, releasing the right leg down. And let's hug the left leg in. And twist to the left. And come back to the center. Now we're going to put both legs down, but put our hands behind the hips. Press through the hands. So we're stretching the hands as we roll the shoulders down, pressing the hips down. Let's squeeze the shoulder blades together and press the hands down. Now we're going to look up and then release. Let's just walk the hands forward, hinging from the hips and breathing. And one more breath. And we're coming back to the center. And now let's try our table stretch. We're going to bend the legs, put the feet down, lift the hips up, and look up. And then look straight ahead here. We're going to try 5 tricep push-ups. I know you're excited. So just bending the arms and straightening even just a little bit. You don't have to come all the way down. We're just activating the back of the arms, the triceps. And then one more. And let's put our bottoms down. And we're going to try our boat pose. So you could keep the legs, the feet down, or you could bring one leg up, or you could bring both of them up and arms out. So either way you want to do this, and bring the legs in and out. And we're stabilizing the core. And just one more. And then big V with the feet together, forward fold, hinging forward, releasing the head. And let's take a few more breaths. So if you can, you take your hands underneath your legs and you hold your feet. And this is turtle. So let's take 3 more breaths. And last deep breath. And we're going to come back up. Really good. And now we're going to come on over to hands and knees and try some regular cat-cows. And let's do one more. And then we're going to sit back in child's pose and lengthen the arms forward and take 3 breaths. And walk the arms to the right. And then over to the left. And back to the center and puppy pose. Let's lift the hips and lengthen. And one more breath. And we're going to come down on our belly in sphinx and lengthen the spine. And one more breath. Let's try our half arm plank. So lifting the hips up, walking the legs together, extending through the heels. And then back to child's pose. And downward dog. So we're going to lift up and press each heel down one at a time. And let's lift up on those heels and bend the knees. So we're on our toes. Take another deep breath. and walking forward. So it's kind of like the bear crawl. We're going to try this, just like you were a kindergartner. We're going to walk forward and walk back. So we're going deeper into the hips. Walk to the back of your mat slowly. And then walk forward again. And we're going to come to the top of our mat in a forward fold and release the head. And you can bend the knees a little bit, finding a deeper stretch for you. And let's roll up, all the way up, and reach the arms out and up. And then hands to our heart and roll the shoulders down. So we're going to put our hands like they were before. Elbows are into our sides, palms are facing each other. Notice when you do this and you're rolling the shoulders down, the posture is really good. Let's open the bottom part of our arms and then slowly close just a little bit and a couple more, just to remind our shoulders what to do. And then we're going to inhale the arms up, forward fold. Let's step the right leg back for our lunge and take a couple of breaths. And we're stepping back, downward dog. Right leg lifts up and steps forward. And then the left. And let's roll up again, reaching all the way up. Hands to our heart. Roll the shoulders down, twist the upper body to the right, and then to the left, back to the center. Inhale up, forward fold, and we're going to step our left leg back for our lunge and take a couple of breaths. And then step back, down dog. And left leg lifts up and steps forward, and the right. And let's roll up again, one vertebrae at a time, arms all the way up. This time we're going to clasp our hands over our head, lean to the right and take our left leg out and in 5 times. And then let's put that one down. We're leaning to the left, taking the right leg out and in 5 times and lengthening the spine. One more. And then foot down. Let's bring our arms down by our sides. And then clasping our hands behind us, rolling the shoulders down. Right knee comes up and can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And right foot down, left knee up. And let's try it on this side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left foot down. Let's reach the arms up, inhaling up. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg steps back. And then we're going to reach the left arm up in our twist. Come back to down dog. Right leg lifts up, steps forward, and the left. Rolling up. Unfurling the spine, reaching up. Hands to our heart. And take a couple of breaths. Notice the lengthening of your spine. Let's go to the other leg. So we're going to inhale up, forward fold, and step the left leg back. Take a breath, and then right arm comes up in our twist. And then step back, downward dog. Left leg lifts up and steps forward and the right. Let's try halfway up, rolling the shoulders down, forward fold, release the head, and come all the way up. Hands to our heart. So we're going to cross our right ankle over the left ankle and come up on our toes. Down on the heels. Let's do that a couple more times. And then come into our forward fold. Heels are down. And take a couple of breaths. And let's inhale and come on up, reaching the arms up, and come into a slight back bend, or just look up, and hands to our heart, uncross the legs, feet together, and then cross the left ankle over the right. Really good. Let's come up and down on our toes a few times. One more time, and then heels down, forward fold, and a couple more slow breaths. And then inhaling, coming up. Let's reach the arms up and look up. And then hands to our heart, and we're going to uncross the legs. We're in a regular Tadasana. Feet are hip width apart or wherever they're comfortable. Now we're going to inhale up, forward fold. Let's step back to downward dog and take 3 breaths. And we're going to come into our plank and back to dog. And 2 more, forward to plank, back to dog. And the last time we're going to stay in our plank, 3 breaths. And then knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga coming all the way down. And we're going to do our 5 cobras. And 1 more. So let's take our arms in a big T here. And we're going to take our right ear down to the mat, lift the left leg up, and do a twist. So extend that left leg back. Wherever it's comfortable, take another couple of breaths. And then left leg down, we're going to switch. Left ear down, right leg up, lengthen and breathe. And then bring the right leg down, and we're going to press back, child's pose, and take a couple more breaths. Let's sit up on our heels and twist to the right. And then twist to the left. And we're going to come to the center and take a breath. Roll the shoulders down. And then reaching forward for child's pose. Downward dog. Let's lift our right leg up. We're going to come into warrior two, stepping the right leg forward, and let's take 3 more breaths. And come into reverse, left arm down, right arm up. And then forearm comes down, left arm over. We're going to come back to reverse, left arm down, right arm up. And then fingertips come down or hover, left arm up. And warrior two. And then triangle, straightening the right leg and left arm up. And let's come all the way up and into our wide-legged pose, reaching up and then forward fold. We're going to go side to side with the legs, transverse lunges. And take your time. Let's do one more time to each side. And then we're going to walk over a right side lunge. And over to a left side lunge. Back to the center for our forward fold. Just let the head go here. Take another couple of breaths. And let's come all the way up, reaching up for a little back bend. And then warrior two, turning our left foot out. And rolling the shoulders down. And reverse, right arm down, left arm up. Now our forearm comes down and right arm over. And reverse, right arm down, left arm up. And then fingertips come down, right arm up. Or hover the fingers if you're working on a little bit more strengthening. And warrior two. Now Trikonasana, straightening the left leg for triangle. And right arm up. And let's come all the way up. This time we're going to reach up and then bring our hands, hold our hands behind us, roll the shoulders down, inhale, looking up, and forward fold. 3 breaths. And let's come all the way up and reaching the arms up again to lengthen. And then our goddess pose. We're going to turn our feet out and let's cross one elbow over the other. So there's a little bit more of a stretch through the shoulders. And then uncross and cross the other arm over. And uncross the arms, take them back to our goalpost position. Now we're going to inhale up and come back to down dog. And let's take 3 more breaths. And we're going to make our way back to child's pose. 3 breaths. And we're going to sit up on our heels again and make our way over to the right hip. So rolling over again like we did the last time. Let's see if we twist to the right here, if we can come into a deeper stretch and twist. And experiment. Maybe you're walking your hands away from you a little bit more. Let's take another couple of breaths. And now we're going to go to the other side, rolling over to the left hip and finding that deeper twist as you breathe. Really good. We're going to come back to the center and lengthen the legs out in front of us. And feel that as you walk your fingers forward, feel the back of the legs pressing down. And then as you come up, let's put our hands down behind the hips like we did before. We're rolling the shoulders down, pressing through the hands. And we're going to look up, little back bend, and then release. So we're going to bring the right leg in like tree, bending it in, Janu Shirsasan, and twist to the right. And then forward fold. And a couple more breaths. And coming back up, let's lengthen the right leg out and bend the left one in. Twist to the left. And then forward fold, hinging from the hips and releasing the head. And one more breath. And let's come on up. And now we're going to straighten the left one out. And we're going to bend the right leg in, just like we did before. Maybe we could sit up nice and tall. We've already twisted. So now we're going to hold the bottom of the right foot and lengthen the leg out. And take a few breaths and notice as you roll the shoulders down that the hips are stable. And let's release that leg and just take it down to the mat. And we're going to bend the left one in. Take another breath. And then holding the left foot, let's reach the leg out, extending through the heel and rolling the shoulders down. And then one more breath. And let's release this leg down. And we're going to come into a squat. And take a few slow breaths. Really good. Let's roll down now on our back. So we're going to start with our knees coming to the chest, just like when we started today. And see the difference. Rock side to side or make some circles with the hips. And go in the opposite direction. And then we're going to come into happy baby. So we're allowing gravity to help us relax the hips and the legs. Last deep breath. And let's put our feet together, Baddha Konasana. And we're going to come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So feet together down to the mat and press the feet together. If you can, goal post arms as you press the feet together and a little pelvic tilt. So we're right on the sacrum. And let's take a few breaths. Feel free to close your eyes. Chin is slightly tucked. And hopefully you're feeling that release through the groin. And nice slow breaths. And just 3 slow breaths. And then we're going to bring the arms down so that we can press the legs together with the hands. And take a breath and roll the hips up for a deeper stretch here. Walking the shoulder blades together. So we're coming even higher now that we've really opened our back. And let's take 3 breaths. And we're going to bring the hips down and roll the legs to the right. Just very gently, whatever's feeling comfortable. And as you close your eyes, you can kind of get a feel for what still has tension in your back. So feel that deep exhale and let it go. And release the tongue and the jaw. And one more breath. And let's roll the legs to the other side. And see how this side is doing. So just breathe here. Enjoy the stretch. And one more deep breath. And we're going to roll the legs back to the center and come all the way down. So lengthening the legs all the way down, and our palms are facing up for our final pose of Shavasana. Notice right away the length of your spine from the tailbone all the way up through the head. We're going to focus today on our nervous system and feeling these branches of the nervous system, releasing any tension, just staying with the breath. Visualize whatever is feeling like a good thing for you today. Maybe it's a place, maybe it's a person that you love being with. So you feel that release in the belly and that sense of love coming all the way through your body and your spine. Now we're going to feel Mother Earth beneath us, like there's cool and comfortable grass beneath us. And we're breathing with the earth. And we're going to take 3 conscious breaths to bring that energy into us. We're wishing ourselves good health and harmony, peace for our homes and families and communities, and for our brothers and sisters everywhere. Let's slowly start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And let's stretch the arms overhead and roll to the side. And we're going to slowly come on up to a seated position and bring our hands to our heart to seal in our practice today together. And let's take a deep inhale and sigh. One more time. Namaste. Thank you, ladies, for coming today. I hope your back is feeling good. And your
Thank
hip.
you, Marion.
Thanks, Marion.
Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful whatever day it is.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, guys.